Warning, this deck is a meme deck. That means it was created for the sole purpose of having fun, not to be played competitively. But that doesn't necessarily mean the skill isn't competitive. Let me explain. So the new skill is called Double or Nothing. Very creative, Konami. And the entire purpose of the skill is simple. You have a Utopia on the field, you can then take a card in your hand, put it back in your deck, and add Double or Nothing to your hand. And the only limitation on the deck is the fact that your extra deck has to have only Xyz monsters. That's it. So this essentially means this skill can be as competitive as you want it to be. If you want this deck list to be pretty damn strong, you can just take the skill and just chuck it in a deck like Yusenju, which is already a very good, proven, COG level deck list that only runs Xyz monsters in the extra deck and doesn't really need a skill. And there's plenty of other decks like that, just chuck it in there and you've got a nice little Utopia OTK combo that's just part of the deck list. But if you're like me and just want to go full Ooga Booga and want to play the skill for pure meme purposes, that's what this video is about. So here's today's deck list. Now just a reminder before I get into the deck list, if you're enjoying today's video and see more content just like this in the future, especially if you're a returning viewer, as apparently only about 50% of the people watching this or even subscribe to the channel, yet nearly all of you are returning viewers who have seen my content before. So if you find yourself keep coming back to the channel and see more content just like this in the future, remember to leave a like on this video and consider subscribing to the channel down below. Alright, let's get into the deck list. So honestly, compared to my normal videos, the amount of brain power that went into this deck list wasn't exactly very much. I essentially just thought, yeah, I'll just chunk these cards together and sure enough, it'll probably dumpster a few scrubs on the ladder, and that's essentially what I did. Should you play this deck list to climb? Probably not. You probably could if you give it enough games, but I wouldn't recommend it. The entire purpose of this deck list was to show off how fun this skill can be, especially if you want to play it in a more memey way with some of the actual Utopia cards themselves. So this deck list is obviously pretty straightforward. We're just trying to make Utopia as quickly as possible. The easiest way to do that is going to be with a Buzzsaw Shark, or just any other one card rank 4 package that you choose. I chose Buzzsaw Shark. There's probably plenty of other one card rank 4s in the game. This is just the one I'm most familiar with, so it's the one I chose. Get a hold of Buzzsaw, summon out your fish from deck, make Utopia, equip with a bunch of big dudes to make it have something like 3,300 or 3,500 attack or something. Activate your Double or Nothing, and that's a 7,000 attack Utopia that's going to absolutely obliterate anything in its path. The other way to make the Utopia is obviously we have your ZS Armed Sage, which is the better way to do it, but unfortunately we don't have that many copies of Armed Sage, so Armed Sage in combination with any level 4 in the game will get you a free special summon, then Xyz summon into Utopia, and gives you a search for one of your big attack boosters. If you're not familiar with what these cards do before, don't worry, you'll see them in the gameplay, they're pretty simple. This one just allows you to attack with your Utopia to every single monster your opponent controls, and this one just allows it so your card cannot be targeted by card effects, and that's about it. As for the rest of the deck list, well, as much back row removal as I could possibly stuff into this deck list. Especially with Salad being nerfed very soon, a lot of people just playing a shit ton of back row and Salad now, and that's like a very prominent deck on the ladder, so I just wanted as much back row removal as possible so I had the highest chance to just one-shot my opponent. What this deck list does going first? Good question. We have Kiteroid, so hopefully you get 36% chance to just open Kiteroid and skip turn 1. Otherwise, yeah, that's about it really. You can make a Beast Dweller, you can make a copy of your Roach, but that's about as the extent of this deck's turn 1. You're just trying to go second, you're just trying to dumpster your opponent, and yeah, this deck is made for fun, so without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, let's get into the gameplays. So today I have 7 replays to show you guys. I would say there's a ton of variety in these gameplays, but I think most of them are just dicking Salad, so that was that's just the majority matchup I got today, so that's just kind of what the replays are, so let's get into it. Not exactly that surprising after just coming out of a tier 0 format, and the ban list isn't implemented yet, so most people are still playing the Cursed Cancer Trap card, but anyway. Alright, so first opponent I think was actually a Gravekeeper. I just passed turn 1 because I'm like, I'm not setting anything, I don't give a fuck. We just hope my opponent doesn't kill me. Alright. Gets a hold of a Necro Valley, gets a hold of a Spiritualist, goes into his Supernaturalist. Activates Necrovelli, Throne, searching for a Headman, and that's about it of his turn. No backgrowth for me to remove, so I didn't even have to use the double MST I had. I just came across Necrovelli quite a few times today. Thankfully this deck list doesn't give a shit about it. Alright, Buzzsaw Shark, going to be summoning a card from deck. Because I had a singular level 4 on the field, you can summon out your ZS Arm Sage from hand. Using the 2 cards on field, I'm going to go into my Utopia. Because I used my ZS Arm Sage as material, I can now search for one of my cards from deck list. It's fantastic Utopia animation. Of course, using the alternative Utopia art, of course. Searching for my Tornado Bringer, so my card can't be targeted. Also because I happen to have the other one in hand already. Activate skill, take a card in hand, put it back in the deck, add my double or nothing to hand. Equip my Utopia with my big dudes, giving them massive attack boosts of 1,000 and 1,300, I think. Yeah, 1,000 and 1,300. So 4,800 attack, swinging in. Of course, activating Utopia's effect to negate his own attack. Chain double or nothing, so you can double his attack so he can swing in again. And there you go. 9,000 straight to the face. 6,400 damage, goddamn. Alright, and that's basically what all these replays are. There's not much variety, I'm just absolutely slapping people. Alright. So if you guys get a lot of enjoyment out of just watching Sards get absolutely smoked, yeah, this is definitely going to be the replays for you. Alright. First Salad opponent, drew our Kiteroid, so we are very happy about this. Went first, we could just pass the turn, we don't care. Opponent's going to do a whole lot of salady stuff. Not that we really care too much. Bailing, searching for field spell, blah 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 blah. We've seen it all before, get some originality. Activating a Galaxy Cyclone, hitting this card. For some reason, he uses Roar to negate this. This was very interesting, so I was like, oh no, he's protecting that trap card, it must be really solid. Turns out, he didn't activate it at all, so I don't know what it was just something. I'm gonna summon out my fish, because I have a level 4 on the field, I can summon my dude. Yeah, I don't know why I used his Roar, I still have no clue. Alright, summon out Utopia. Alright, might not show the animation for every replay, but we'll show it a couple of times, because it's a pretty good animation. Alright. Utopia, then we're going to get the Search, grabbing ourselves one of our ZW cards, grabbing the Tornado Bringer. Already had the Asura Strike in hand anyway. Make our dude really big. Plus he can attack every monster my opponent controls. Not that we need to, because we only need to hit one. And he's gone. Uses the field spell to heal himself a little bit, as if that would save him. Alright, replay number 3. What are we up to? Alright. Here's another side. Now this is such this is a really banger replay actually. This was absolute peak gameplay. This was a Mech Knight player, and we got some cool stuff going on in here. So I thought I had no chance of winning this, honestly. So he's going to set up his standard Mech Knight stuff, which of course, as we all know, ends on the trap card that is really damn hard to deal with. And of course this guy isn't playing post-ban list like he should be. He's being a bit of a loser and still playing both the trap cards in the deck, so you'll see that in a bit. So he summons out the Morningstar. Morningstar discard, searching for the World Legacy Secret. And now every zone is completely locked, because of course he can just move this whenever he likes, or move this whenever he likes, and lock every zone, so. Or special summon Sling back, that too. So summon my Shark, summon my dude. Go into Utopia. And thankfully, for whatever reason, my opponent didn't actually negate the Search. So I'm pretty sure he could have just negated the Search here, since it effectively gives Utopia the effect. So he could have just negated it by flipping the trap card up, but he didn't, so I'm like, alright, sure. So I can make this guy even bigger than normal. Equip the 2 spells to him, now use a secret for some reason. Sign out the 2 dudes. And then I swing in. Now, I summon this card to this zone specifically because this Link monster is really annoying. You can't, this Link Monster makes it so you can't destroy Mech Knight monsters in different columns from where you're swinging, if that makes sense. So this card can only destroy Mech Knights in its same column, which unfortunately means he can activate his annoying Indigo and move it to a different column, and I can't kill it. And also he takes no damage. His Nightfall comes back, searching for his Yellow Star. For whatever reason, didn't go into any rank 8 plays there or anything. Don't really know why. Probably could have popped some on the back row there and actually just killed the Utopia. I don't know, either way. Decides to pop the back row via this method, but can't swing over, so passes back. Summon Buzzsaw. Summon another dude, go into a monster with just enough attack to beat over his Link Monster. Which thankfully the Link Monster doesn't actually have it doesn't have a level, so it means he can't use the other trap card for it, so I can beat over it. And the Utopia's going to beat over these two guys. Activates the dude to give it an attack buff. Doesn't matter, we still have enough. And he concedes before I even summon out my other big boy with your Dreadnought's effect. So that guy probably misplayed a bunch. I have no idea. Either way, he made for a banger of a replay. So glad he did misplay if he did. Alright. Now on to Take This L. Very fitting name. This was like a 7-game win streak, I'm pretty sure, or something, wasn't he? I think. Yeah, 7-game win streak and his rank up. So I think this guy actually sent me a nice after the game, so I can't even can't talk too much shit. Alright, ZW with the dude, go into my Utopia. I decided I was just going to do this turn 1 just because I happen to have enough kind of resources to make a Utopia that has a bunch of attack and make him untargetable. It's not exactly the most foolproof strategy, considering in today's day and age, there's a lot of non-target removal, especially with Ningirsu being in the game, so... yeah, it's not exactly the best strategy, but I was like, yeah, whatever. What does it matter, win or lose? I'll just make an untargetable Utopia. Thankfully he's playing Infernoid, so not too bad to deal with. Pops my back crane, now he can put my Utopia if he wants. Which he actually pops the back row, sorry. So thankfully, actually wasn't able to kill the Utopia, so I can Night Beam his card before he can use it. Galaxy Cyclone, pop the other one. Asura Strike, give my dude a bunch of attacks. Not enough to lethal though, because he dodges it by popping him out. Banishment, give me a search for another feast. But thankfully, I think he couldn't use the feast, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think he had already used all the materials or something, and his deck list didn't have enough resources to refill his board. I don't know. Either way, he couldn't use the feast, so he got absolutely bopped. Alright. Next up, we had Duel. What were you playing? Oh, this was another Salad player, I'm pretty sure. Salad player, I think he actually had the Pendulum Zones, though. Oh no, he didn't have the Pendulum Zones, never mind. Must just be another Ties That Binds player. Alright, so typical Salad gameplay. We can skip ahead with this a little bit. We know what Salads do by now. I think this guy wasn't playing Raw though, he might have been. He might have been playing Raw though, even though we know the skill's about, or the card's about to get nerfed, but anyway. Night Beam, which you can't respond to. MST pop on the other one. Now it's a completely free board. You know what happens next. Utopia. Skip the animation this time. Searching for your strike. And now we can just absolutely beat the shit out of his board. I actually don't think I've got a single replay where I need to attack multiple times. Outside of the Mech Knight one. But in terms of just actually OTKing people, I don't think I got one. Alright. Oh, another Salad player. Don't mind if I do. Farming them all goddamn day. I actually think if my majority of my matchups were Salad on ladder, like if I got more Salads than I actually did, even though I did get a lot of Salads, I probably would have ranked up with this deck list. I know I had a couple of rank up matches, but I lost them, so I didn't even get unlucky, but that's, yeah, just the nature of this deck list. Unfortunately, this deck list, like I said, it's a bit of a meme deck. It's not meant to do not meant to do a whole lot, really. Alright, Abysswa, touching a card so he can't actually use it in his graveyard this turn, which obviously against Salad is pretty damn good. For some reason he lightning vortexes my Abyss Dweller because he couldn't get over the monster. Sets his trap card and just swings in and passes. Nice one. Has a bunch of back throw, but thankfully, by looks of things, it was a bunch of bait. Probably just the special summon, or the searching spell card. Alright. Utopia once again. Absolutely banger animation. Holy shit, my nose is so goddamn itchy, but I don't want to scratch it. Can't pick your nose on camera. Oh, it's so itchy though. Alright, 9,600 damage, and he's gone. Alright, let's speed through this last replay before I actually, my goddamn nose right now. Alright. Nope, I can't cope. I'm not picking it, okay, I'm just scratching. I'm just scratching. Alright. Why does that happen, like, every recording? Alright. It's alright, only true viewers stay this long into videos anyway. Only true fans. Alright, searching for his Egotist. Egotist summoning out his Harpy. For some reason someone's still playing Harpies in 2022. The one player. Also playing Neos in the deck list. And having no back row, so his Harpies are pretty worthless anyway. I just have to make sure not to use double or nothing until my Neos is my Utopia is completely immune to targeting effects. Utopia, bring out my boy. One last time we'll see the animation. Alright. Searching for my non-target effect so my opponent can't target it. Equipping it to my monster, he can't target it anymore. Activate double or nothing, swing in, and he's gone. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today's replays. Hope you guys enjoyed them. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Laters.
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob? Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis. Oh.